Hi, welcome back to my channel, Rhythmic Lightworker. So I was doing a preliminary pull, and I got the Seven of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Somebody's been working really hard on something. Yeah, very hard. Looks like someone's coming in to do. Hang on. What's going on, Holy Spirit? Oh, sorry. I forget about this when I got it in the background. I got all my cards and stuff out. My bad. So look. There we go. Hope you can see a bit better. My cards have been doing that all day. They've been falling out. I don't like that. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. I am back. So, like I said, somebody's been working really hard. When I pulled the preliminary, the Queen and King, or the Knight. Yeah.
That is what creates the magic. That is what moves you further along the ascension path. And all of you are moving along that ascension path.
It looks like 4 men worked really hard at getting something for a queen.
You are helping others move along that path as well.
Someone did not want to let this go.
Into the collective consciousness.
What's going on, Holy Spirit? Magician. What's high? Tell me what's up. We're a King of Cups.
That new thought that perhaps they hadn't thought before. Perhaps a question comes that they hadn't questioned before.
King of Cups has something. The King looks like there was a.
Just as you had your awakenings many years ago.
Let me see this.
Decades ago.
Oh.
Those two that received that vibrational frequency within the collective consciousness received that thought that you may have put out there.
All this over a Queen of Wands.
And are receiving their awakening as well. And it can
I don't like saying this, but it looks like there was a queen taken out. Because I asked the Most High before I started to give me some kind of information about what I was channeling, right? Because I was sitting in the living room in the floor, and I was just kind of just sitting there chilling. Yeah. And I heard, yeah, there's light coming to it. Suddenly I heard, time to work. But then I heard this one will be different.
Then they will receive that awakening when the frequency is right for them, just as when it was right for you. So know that, my brothers and sisters.
I just heard.
Know that every single positive thought that you have reverberates across the universe.
Princess.
I don't only mean the earth, for it reverberates out across the entire universe.
Can you see this?
All is collective as one. And when you say, all is within the one, and one is within the all, that is indeed true.
Can you see?
And when you fully come to realize that, you will have fully moved through your ascension and be one with your higher God self at that moment.
You know what? Let me see.
I had a nightmare today. I saw how young men tortured and killed, including children.
Yeah, just heard on my channel, tortured and killed.
Imagination, I saw a rawness that I would never have suspected in people.
Okay. Alright, yeah, something's coming to the light. Sorry. We're gonna see what this is. Okay. Let's see what's up. Someone's put a lot of hard work and effort into keeping this silent. Ooh.
Why, Master Saint Germain? So that you have seen it, to strengthen your judgment. Today it is important to be able to make the right assignments. The spiritual scene is all too happy to bear bury its head in the sand.
whatever it was, they worked with some kind of,
As if the world outside doesn't exist.
like,
JJK. Yes.
behind the,
Let's not shape the world out there.
yeah, the magician. I was just gonna say some kind of,
Whether such scenes become reality.
you know what I think about when I hear magician? I always think
Master Saint Germain.
of someone on television, because you know how television, it's a tell-lie-vision, you know? Okay, so oftentimes I understand, let me get this out of the way right here. A lot of the times I comprehend that the things that are on television aren't exactly the truth, okay? And it reminds me of someone being on television telling a lie. Like, for instance, if they want you to think that Hawaii just got hit and blown up, you know, you're not going to know any different. You're literally sitting in your home. The only information that you have about it, usually, typically, is the TV. So how are you going to know whether or not it's correct? They could cook the books. They could do, you know, not they, but when I say they, I mean media. They can literally make you think whatever they want. And then if they don't have the footage for it, like stock footage, all they have to do is literally use AI to do it, okay? Someone asked me the other night on Spiritual Court, they said, do you use AI? I said, no, I do not use AI. Heck no. I use AI for my profile pic. Otherwise, Cameo, I'm here. I'm here, you know, who I am meant to be, and I've been doing this my entire life, okay? They got me my first deck of cards when I was 11. And when I say they, I mean, you know, and we'll just say an aunt and uncle got them for me. And so I've been doing this, and I'm just continuing something I did in a past life, as a matter of fact. I've literally done this my whole life. And if I wasn't doing divination like this, I was never doing pendulum work. I've never made, like, altars or anything. And if you want to call, like, my workspace an altar, I keep it clean, you know. I keep my meditative information here. I do my work here. Yeah. But as far as rituals or anything, I've never done anything like that. I've never done a ritual. I've never done a sacrifice. I've never done, I don't even like saying it because I feel like it draws attention. And I've also, when I say I work with the elements, if you see me on one of my other channels, like I started out with Lemurian crystal, lightworker crystals, quasar crystals. They all got taken. You know what I mean? They got duplicated. However, whenever you're watching something on TV, if they can't figure out what it is, they'll just make it up, right? They'll just use AI. It kind of feels like that's what happened here.
There is no advancement without transformation work. It is now important to get many people who are on the spiritual path out of these castles in the air. And that is what this conversation is for.
It looks like someone became an angel. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, it may say Page of Air, but read it. Tell me that doesn't look like a woman ascending with angel wings. And so I'm like, and this one literally looks like someone playing with fire. It's, oh, so you want to play with magic? Yeah, that's what I just heard. That Katy Perry song. King of Water. I just got a king again. Dude, it's something to do with the king of a king. Or someone who thinks they are the king. See, this fish kind of looks like a fingerprint. I don't know if y'all can see that. Here.
Because this is our natural state of being. It is what we all want. We want our bodies to be.
I don't know if you can see it, but this fish right here kind of looks like it's a fingerprint. See it? Almost like a crime scene. It looks like there's a king in control of this crime scene.
This is our reality. Having a physical presence that allows us to experience the most in living.
And you can tell this was a fight. Because in every one of the top, well, technically this is the bottom, okay. But every single one of the top cards up here, they've all are holding some kind of weapon. They're ready. They're ready to fight. It reminds me of a baseball player or like,
Positive state of being. We can imagine living and participating in the world.
I don't know, it reminds me of like someone having to,
Begin to realize
oh, something's hidden under the moon. Hang on a second. Yeah, 3:49 on the clock. Someone had an attachment. Look at that. Someone put an attachment on somebody under a moon. They hid it under the moon. Or they did it to the moon goddess. Either way. Ooh. Messenger of air. See, when I see messenger of air, I think fake news. Because they're just blowing... Yeah, a tower hit. About a king. Look at that. A 5 of water and a 3 of earth. Oh, this was about a star. What happened?
As great and as grand as we desire for ourselves. Every experience can be an expression of love, joy, and acceptance. These are the qualities that we constantly receive in our conscious life force, arising in the consciousness of our Creator. In every moment, we are created in our essence, in the perfection of unconditional love.
It was the Queen's order. Okay, that's what they meant by different. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break and do a meditation so I can get very grounded for you. And then I'm going to be right back and I'm going to finish this reading for you because what they just showed me, I don't usually like. Just give me a sec, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I just asked Saint Germain to come in. Hang on. I just asked Saint Germain to come in and allow for I asked Saint Germain to come in with a violet flame, a cone of violet flame around this reading so that we can transmute this energy as we channel through it.
I'm hearing it's too late to apologize.
Hang on a second, sorry. I'm trying to get something on in the background. That isn't
You have to wrestle with egos on your side of the veil.
okay.
But that will be diminishing quickly. Because as you step
So
into the fifth dimension,
here's what I want to say. Beforehand, YouTube, we need to talk, okay? Because as I channel this, I don't want you shadow banning me because you're gonna, all right? Now, this is not what I want, but it's gonna happen because of the content in which it relates to, okay? So I'm gonna do my best to be light about this. A lot of other readers just jump right in. When I was look, see, here's my issue. On the bottom of the deck, someone passed away. Okay, what's this? See? Someone passed away. Someone got away with it. Someone got away with murder. I'm sorry, but the lovers. Someone made someone an offer that they were not. See? I feel like, yep. I feel like a Queen of Swords ordered a murder of an Earth Angel, a chosen one. They made a deal with the devil to put the work in because they could not balance the fact that they had 2 lovers. And the only reason why I say lovers is because of what came out at the bottom of the deck. No, it was the preliminary. They're showing me the Lover's card, okay? This is the truth. And someone paid for this. See? A king. Yeah, and they got to walk away from it. Like I said, it felt like a tell-a-lie. Like, spell work isn't always we put in cemetery, stuff in your food and all that crap. Spell work is often simply telling a lie about what you've done. That's what a spell is. That's why they call it spelling and cursive. You can curse people with your writing. This is why star seeds and, positive polarized star seeds, light workers, the prayer warriors, we have to protect ourselves. That's why we have prayers that we use, because we understand that spelling, writing, speaking, they are all forms of curses if you are doing it with negative intent, okay? Someone knows about this and they kept their mouth shut. They got paid to do this illusion on someone. It looks like they were in a vehicle. It looks like someone put something in their cup. Like, okay, what I'm seeing, yeah, illusions behind the moon. Someone paid for this. I'm telling you. Someone paid for this. Someone who has control over the masses. Look at this. A high priestess. Yeah, they converge. Look, I said at least 7 people. There's 5 here, 8 here, and this is a high priestess. Alright, look, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, okay? I've been working for the royal family, okay? This reminds me of, Diana. Not Diana. And when I did the reading for a specific man, I can't prove anything, of course. Oh, look at that. Bound. When I did the reading for this person, they all know about this. It's like only the public doesn't know. It's like everyone else knows about it, but the public doesn't know. What is the deal? You got away with this, didn't you? What happened? Who did this? Yep, look at that. They worked on this. They worked to take care of 4 o'clock even on the 4 on the dot on my clock and 18:02 on the timer. Right there. Paid for it. A king paid for this. And it's going to come to light. Oh no. They were pregnant. Oh my gosh, this way. Look at the levers in reverse. All these are bright levers in reverse. She was pregnant. What happened? What am I seeing? They were leaving. 2 kids. Oh, fell on the floor. So something. Look at that. The other shoe's gonna fall. Look at those 2 kids. This reminds me of a specific story. I don't know if I should be channeling this. I may have to open up my memberships if YouTube would take me off my shadow ban. Oh my goodness, and this is the truth. Look at that. The 10 of coin, the 10 of cups. Look, it looks like the Empress and the Knight of Swords were fixing to have a family. Yes, this is the truth, I'm telling you. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So let's get to this. See, it was this one. The levers were on the bottom of this one. I went in here and got this deck so that I could, Most High, I have not used this deck yet. Please safeguard this deck with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Most High God, please cover this with a cylinder of the violet flame so that I may transmute the energy as we channel. Thank you. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, I ask that you come in. We're gonna take this soul to the light together because I don't like this. So I'm gonna channel it, and then we're gonna take the soul to the light, and we're gonna release her. Yeah, she was a star, and she even looks pregnant. Oh, it's on the bottom again. The levers and the Eight of Swords. She was being bound. Oh my gosh, she was sacrificed. Look at that. I feel like there was spell work done. She was invited somewhere. And then, okay, so you know how, what happened, Holy Spirit? Ace of Swords. Dude, that's the second time the Ace of Swords has come out. Something's spinning the wheel. Yep. Look at that. What's this? There was a third party. Someone else offered this person a cup. Look, see the woman in the background? She's on her way out. But this dude's grinning at her like he... Ew. So far, what I'm getting... Yeah, she was walking. She was walking away. Uh-huh. Look at the redhead. Devil in a red dress, red dress, red dress, red... Okay, it's 4:04 on my clock. I know I'm onto something. Yeah. They used someone to do this. This was someone sent in. Someone was playing chess. Nine of Pentacles. There's proof of this. Where's the proof? A lot of people got paid. See everybody's hand out. Everyone got paid to keep their mouth shut. What is this? She's coming in for justice. Blonde hair. Blonde is coming in for her justice. Look at that. She's done. She's been bound. Look at that. Someone bound her. Someone literally bound this woman. Well, what happened to her then? Oh. Yeah, I just heard die again. Well, I'm hearing Anna Eid. Anna Eid, and backwards that's Diana. Ooh, the High Priestess. I don't like this. This reminds me of that mirror, mirror on the wall crap. I'm going to put this out, and I'm going to put these out also with this one. Alright, multi holy ancestors. Oh. Hang on, it's okay. Judgment. Four of Wands. Ace of Wands. Yeah, my dog just started going nuts. Come in. Yeah, my dog started going nuts. Look at that. It feels like she was being bullied. Look at this. She was being bullied by a queen. By a queen of wands. The Hierophant. She was the Hierophant. She was to be the Hierophant. Diana would have been the queen.
We love you in ways that you can only begin to
So
imagine. We want
then
you
who exactly?
this side of the veil. We
The
are
Emperor.
so
Look at that.
incredibly proud of each and every one of you. Tag, you're it. It's a
It'd be
grand game.
the
Tag.
wife, the current queen.
We've loved you. Oh, we pass it on and find another to love unconditionally. Tag them without
This was a lot of work.
then watch what happens to your lives
A lot of work.
as you step into the fifth dimensional reality you have
She was the
created
pearl.
here on Earth. Welcome home, dear ones. You are the magicians of the game. We are the group of nine.
They knew that she was the chosen. She is the sun.
Respect and love. Nurture one another at every possibility. Ladies, get together well. Yes, dare to love the villains.
It looks like 2 men and a woman. 2 men and 2 women know all about this. Look at that. It's almost like the kids know. So they walked away. 1 stayed and 1 left. No, this was the chariot. Hold on a second, y'all. Sorry about that. My son came in. Anyway, so we have the 2 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Someone was leaving. Someone was leaving. They fell in love with someone else. Look at this. I think someone was just trying to help her escape. Could you imagine having to, like, if you were the Princess of Wales, for instance, could you imagine trying to leave the royal family? They're not going to let you go. Heck, they wouldn't even let me go, and I just worked there. Not like, yeah. 8 of Cups. You know what those seagulls remind me of? A landfill. Ace of Pentacles. Buried.
Okay.
3 of Wands. Taya. Yeah, Taya's growling at the cat. Look at that. They knew. They knew. Look at that orange. Doesn't that remind you of her son? Oh, and the other son with the gray hair. 1 sec. Alright, guess who's back? Back again. Sorry about that. Knight of Wands. Yeah. Oh, I just had. Oh. Alright, Holy Spirit, what'd you knock on the floor? All these in the. Ooh, the devil bound 2 other people. Someone did some spell work, man. Something is messed up here. Something is not right. Look at that. These 2 people look like they passed away. And look at this 5 of Cups. Look at them. Look, it looks like someone killed someone. I'm sorry, someone unalived somebody. Death. I cannot make this up. Something isn't right. Look at this. This looks like a wind tunnel. Or an actual tunnel. Oh. Okay, so I think I figured it out. This is why you said it'd be different. Okay, Most High, Holy Ancestors, give me the Hanged Man. This is coming out because there's. Look at this. It's gonna have to be balanced out. This energy is gonna have to be balanced. Look, this is someone of high honor who did this for a family dynamic. Oh, I see. Someone did it because two other people were in love. I cannot make this up. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Eight of Pentacles. Someone worked hard on this in the darkness, no less. Because you know you can't water these during the day. It'll fry them out. Two of Wands, the Hermit, the Tower. Someone is gonna... Look, someone did magic under the moon on an Earth Angel. Look at this Queen of Cups right here. Someone's like, I won, I get it, I did it. And look at this King of Pentacles. He looks like he is just going to throw his rock and hide his hand and just go on his way. Like, merry way. Ooh, I'm gone now. This is a chosen one. Or a sun knows. Uh-huh. Look at this. Someone is pregnant in this card. Strength. Look at this. Four of Pentacles. Judgment for this. You're under judgment. Although someone else went down for this. This gives me that, like, somebody cooked something up. She never saw this coming. Yeah, this was a King of Wands that did this. And at least 5 people got paid off. Look, 5. While someone was driving. All over it. Look at this. Someone did this. Look at this. Because of their family. I don't like this energy that I'm in right now. Look, I'm just going to be clear and I'm going to be honest with you, okay? YouTube. It feels like there was someone taken out of high honor and then she was dumped in somewhere. It looks like she was what happened, Most High? I'm going to tell you what I see. I don't need the cards, okay? I'm just going to explain this to you, okay? Here's what they're showing me. I'm going to just show you play by play the best I can, okay? We went to dinner. I assumed everything was fine. I never cared for my husband. He was always too short. I'm getting at, he was always too short. I preferred a man much larger. She's saying at first I appreciated and liked what was going on. Once I saw what I had to do, once I understood what was happening, it was too late. They couldn't help. By the time they got to me, there was no funeral. There was no... It was not me. So is that okay? So that's what they meant by the television. Okay, so I think what we saw was a lie. Okay, so I think what we saw was a lie. Okay, let me clear this out. I think what we saw happen was a lie. Oh man. This is the lovers again on the bottom. And look at this. He's literally, this person's walking away with their head down. This person's walking away with their head down. They both have their swords down. This one is still collecting swords, still upset. Look at this. It's almost like you ain't going nowhere. I just heard you ain't going over my dead body is what I heard. I heard over my dead body. Will this come back on me? But he's not upset. He's very calm. It's like he knows he will never have to. He knows. He knows he is the king. He is the kingdom. They've literally gotten away with this for so long. They know they can do whatever they want. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Bound. Look at that. Like I just said, they've done this for so long to people that they understand that this will never come back on them because there is no proof. As far as the world and everyone in it is concerned, they saw Princess die in that tunnel. They saw the blame. They were sent. Yep. A coven. Look at that. They used her as a sacrifice, y'all. Oh, I don't like this energy. I don't like this. Let me see. Ugh. I like to channel the high vibe. This will help you. Messages. I do this when I have to. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I hate to see it. Most high. Well, here we go. Let's do this one. We're gonna use the Disney deck. Only because look, Balance Moldi. Oh, you must have been summoned, huh? Look at that. Balance Moldi helps you with divination. Oh, look at that. Divination. Alright, what's up, Most High? Most High, Holy Spirit of my greatest and highest good. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this. The queen's got two faces. She's an old hag when she's a witch. To see these people, look, that's the truth though. I don't mean to hurt any witches, anyone who claims witchcraft or anything. That's not what I'm here for, okay? I do not judge. The Most High creates witches. They just like they create earth angels. He created earth angels, okay? I'm not here to judge. However, when you've got negative intent, you know what's going to happen. Or you feel, you set it up that way. Look, they were mirror, mirror on the wall in it. Trickster, yeah. Neff just said it in the background. Yeah, alright. Let's see what's up. The star and the sun. It's coming to light. Do not like this. Woo. Nah, not at all. Here, he said, I told you to take that card. My bad. My bad, bro. That's how I talk to the Most High. I'm like, my bad, yo. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. Bronze Moldy, I told you. What did I say? That was just on the bottom of the deck. The book, the guidebook that I was showing you. Oh. See? Do you see how there's a hat floating in the river, but there's no head attached to it because they're just. It looks like someone literally murdered her. The Knight of Wands, a hag. This is why. There's no disrespect to witches or anything like that. Everyone has their own spiritual practice. Amen. However, the problem with that is that when you're doing spell work with negative intention and you're killing people just to keep the kingdom, just to get the money over money, yeah. When this happens, they know, don't they? Look, I'm trying to get my cards in the upright. Are all of them backwards? Hold on, y'all. Let me get these right. Let me get this right. Yep. Just reading them off the top here. This was a cult issue. Yeah. This was not true love. You know what? I actually am seeing a reading in my head. I'm seeing Mystic 9. She's one of the other council members on the board, on the karmic board. She's one of them that has to, she kind of does like Neff. She does spiritual court, except it's not called spiritual court, you know, that would be copywriting it. But in the spirit, the three of us are kind of like spiritual detectives, if you will. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know these women, but we seem to channel the same things, okay? Or they'll channel it, and then I'll know what they're channeling, and I'll put the names in spiritual court. I'll bring the names in of whatever I'm seeing, okay? That's how my gifts work. Yep. Look at that. This was about I don't like this. Look. Somebody was nasty with the devil. Nasty. Ew. Alright. Well, okay, so here's what I'm being shown. My boys figured it out. But every time they try, my oldest son says, I will use this as a teaching moment of how to run the kingdom in the future. My youngest son is very upset. He keeps being left out of things, even though he was brought up in the same kingdom. Yeah, that's not fair. Not at all. Look at this. I don't like this. This is witchcraft. Witchcraft was done in this instance. Look at this. I'm telling you the truth right now. She may have been dismembered. By that, I mean, you know, I'm seeing a river. I keep seeing the water. I know that I keep seeing water. It's like, oh, the hyenas. Look, the 3 hyenas laughing. I feel like this was a set of witches. At least 3 witches. Okay. Always 3. It's always 3 of them. Okay. The power of 3. Blah, blah, blah. They got paid, though. They got paid to clean this up. Look at them. Look. Hmm. Look at this. See, I keep saying, oh my gosh. Look at this. This is a crazy Cruella de Vil, otherwise known as the Cruel Devil, okay? Do you see this? This is the chariot. Didn't she pass away in a car in a tunnel, according to... Yeah. But anyway, this reminds me of a reading that Mystic gave, where she said, this was like, I don't know, 6 months back or so. She was doing this reading and she said, I'm hearing the word Diana. And then she said, I feel like that's what I was going to say. Some weird toxic dynamic here. See? Because she's doing that mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? You know? And over true love. This was not... Look, she's frazzled. She's freaking out. She had to come between these two no matter what. She had to be... She did spell work over her husband. I'm hearing... Most High, help me out here. You know, the Ariel while she's singing, who also happened to be a mermaid. And let me tell you, when it comes to the Haitians, they understand mermaids, okay? So, and the king of, look at this. I feel like that this was an order that was given by like a sultan, or not a sultan, but like a Jafar type. You know, one who thinks he runs the palace because he can speak to the spirits. However, he didn't believe in the Most High God. He summoned that jinn, and he put that jinn in the lamp, in the bottle, and the jinn was there to guard the treasure, right? Almost like Asmodeus when it comes to the secrets of the Knights Templar. Okay, the Knights of the Templar. It started very much. It started very noble, right? Until the Pope and the King decided to murder all 13 of the Knights Templar. He set them on fire. Okay. Oh, my. She said, I caught my husband cheating on me with a... Ooh, I'm not going to say that word. Nev's singing in the background. Sorry. But anyway, as she sings, her voice gets siphoned. Sorry, it's hard for, like, my brain works multidimensionally. So I'll start on topic A, start on topic B, start on topic C, and then they'll show me topic A again. Then I'll go back, and then at the end they show me how it all connects. If I'm lucky, they show me. Otherwise, I don't know. But I'm just loyal. See, he put that jinn. They tried to summon a jinn or something. There's some spell work going on here. I don't like this energy. I'm going to get out of it soon. But this was a short-haired... She has short hair. That's all there's... See how she's blocking it over that treasure in the background? And she's got those two reptilians right there. The reptiles, sorry. Standing right there, just ready. I don't like it. You know what? Okay. Can you clarify? I'm gonna get... I'll get my my personals out, my personal here out in just 1 second. Yeah, I just keep hearing Ariel sing. Na 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 temptation, yo. Obvious something was so tempting they could not pass it up. Look at that. But they look like they're going mad just to get it. Movement, choices, decisions. Alright, I'm just going to grab half of it. I got garden at the gate at the bottom. Most High, please wrap, and Lord Count Saint Germain, I ask that you please wrap a cylinder of violet flame around this deck and around this reading. I ask that the Most High come in so that they can make sure, no matter what, that the, you know what, I feel like it was some, if it wasn't, I feel like I'm picking up on two different stories here. I feel like it's two different ones, okay? Because not only am I getting that someone was dumped in water, but I'm also getting that someone was dumped in crap. I'm just seeing the seagulls, and I'm hearing the bird. And a jinn. I feel like a jinn was put on assignment to hide this information. Okay. Most High, holy ancestors, what's up? What's up? What's up? The first chakra, the base chakra, Archangel Michael in both cases. So not only did the base chakra come out in reverse, but Michael came out in reverse. Someone was not listening to their instincts. Victory. Either it's a victory or someone's named Victoria. Destiny. Yeah, they kept someone from getting to their destiny. Yeah, it's a destiny swap. Someone did a destiny swap. Look, these are all in the upright, and I just had, they all keep, someone was suffering in silence. It says suffering in silence in reverse. Something is not right. Oh, conflict and defeat. Look at this. Ooh, heartache and loss. Door to romance. Action. Someone was leaving. Firm foundation. Someone's foundation got ripped up because of whatever's going on. She's saying, I caught him cheating. Someone was rejoicing in their celebration about this issue. Their passion got ignored. Oh, okay. Victory and success. Okay. I think I may be channeling me and them. Look, they bound her. They tied her up. Someone got dumped. I'm sorry. I mean physically dumped, not emotionally. And I also feel like someone else was taken out and put in the water. But yeah, someone was a sacrifice. I'm telling you. Someone was a sacrifice. Someone was meant to be a sacrifice. But for what? Oh, karma. Okay, I just heard enough say karma. Mm-hmm. Devil in a blue dress, devil in a spoon bar. What is it? No, I'm hearing a Mississippi Queen. Mississippi Queen. You know what I mean. Mississippi Queen. She taught me everything. Oh. Around me. I don't know the song. Around my waist. Cajun lady. Oh, call the Mississippi Queen. Look. 2, 2, 2. Oh, 2, 2, 2, 2, 8. Okay, so I'm going to say you could be seeing 2, 2, 2, 2, 22, 22. You could be seeing someone could have been born on December 28th. Someone could have been born on December 20th. Someone could have been born on December 2nd. Someone could have been born on February 20th, February 12th, February 28th. Someone could have been born... that's all I'm gonna, yeah, February or December, but I'm picking what I'm feeling here. I'm not sure. Look at this. Sacrifice, the truth, the waiting, and victory. Someone thought they got away with this. Whatever this is, they feel like they're getting away with it. Yeah, this took a lot of patience, a lot of planning on this, on whoever did this. Yeah, because I'm seeing 7 and 7. Action, patience, and planning on the waiting game. Yeah. No, this is not my story. I'm still home. I'm still here. Yeah. See, look, the bridge. I'm telling you, it feels like someone was dumped off of the bridge or dumped in the Mississippi Queen. Maybe they live in Mississippi. Or you know what? Maybe they were drowned in the water. Crown. They played over your crown. Hold up, y'all. Alright, my bad. So, I just heard enough in the background say, they could have never taken your crown. It was just a setup. Look at this. Boom. Crown chakra. They were playing over your crown, but they can't do that. They can't take it. Wow. That's the truth, first of all. Triumph in reverse. So, they were, whatever's going on, the heart. Someone was going for your heart. Mental conflict. Because there was a new, somebody was wanting something to prosper. They know what they did. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Trapped in fear. Someone is trapped in fear about what they did. They know what they did to financial and material changes. They did it to keep money or to get the money. It's something about money. I don't like this energy though. I'll tell you that right now. There was no harmony. There was no hope. There was no rest and rejuvenation. But the universe is coming in now. Yeah, someone's got mad anxiety over what they've been doing. Yeah, see? No harmony. Like I said. You get no love. No love. No love. You get no love. Authority in reverse. This is over her fertile. Ooh. I just heard this person was so fertile. They passed away back then. They passed away like 20 years ago. Or they passed away a long time ago. And still they're still feeding off the energy. Whoever did this is still feeding off. Yeah. They made her an earth angel. They took an earth angel out. Dude. Discontent and boredom in the kingdom. Ooh, I don't like this. I just heard, I knew my husband was cheating. I always knew. They were not going to let me walk away. Things were always too hostile. Yes, this was someone's plan from the start. They always knew that this person was going to be taken out. Deception and envy. They always knew. Someone literally came to this person. It was like they married them just to sacrifice them. Or almost like a sacrifice. Like an arranged marriage. You know what I mean? I don't like this. Just a second. Let me get my drink. I'm sipping on some lemon and lime water as usual. And I love this cup. My iron flask. I love it because it keeps my ice cold for the a whole weekend if I wanted to. Okay. Let's see. So it reminds me of a reading that Mystic did where she said, you know, I'm picking up on someone being dumped in a landfill. And it reminds me of the same thing. Yeah, I feel like someone's just playing the waiting game for somebody to find them. Let me get these up, and then I'm going to pull my personal handwritten deck out over here. I don't know. I just do not like this energy. Any reading where Archangel Michael comes out in reverse, I'm like, No. Because someone was not listening to their higher self. Someone was not listening to their higher guidance. They knew not to do this. It's like someone did this and then just forgot all about it. Whatever, no big deal. I am now going to take this and just pretend like it never happened kind of energy. And, you know, a lot of people do that. But for someone to work so hard to cover something up, what bothers me is, was she even in the car? I'm getting the energy like she wasn't even in the car. That it was all a lie. Like they kept her trapped or something. Like they kept this person trapped. Like I'm seeing physically. I'm seeing physically trapped. Yeah, the high priestess, the 10 of Wands, yeah, the 5 of Wands, yeah. 4 of Cups. They knew what they were doing. Oh, they did it all for the money. I did it all for the, I did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie. Come on, so you can take that cookie. Fred Durst. Yeah, I loved that album. Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water when I was a child. 4:54 on the clock. I got 101 on my timer. Dang, has this gone that long? The Sun, the Hangman, the 5 of Wands, the King of Coins. I'm telling you, this was, they knew what they were doing. Alright, so someone was taken out. We got that, okay? Thank you, Most High. Thank you. They were done. It was with spell work, or whatever happened because they were then utilized for their energy, their energy, if you know what I mean, their essence, their being of who they are on the inside. Okay. Right away, I'm seeing Colombia and advanced medical transport. Yeah, okay, advanced medical transport. Someone could have been working for the ambulance services. That could be how they got away with it. Yeah, I just got Sword of Truth. I'm being guided to take the big ones out for now. What I can get a hold of here. They said separate them. Someone's name could be Mark. It could be your stepdad or your stepmom. Or this could be about a stepdad, a stepmom that did this. You could be seeing the numbers 591, 31031, or 13013. Hold on tight and don't let go. That's what they did, 144. They were part of the 144,000. Or maybe you are. Ooh, somebody was doing drugs. A water sign. They could be vegan, or a vegan in reverse. That means they literally do nothing but, you know, drink nasty. It's given vamp, a Hebrew, a Philemon, the Philistines. Let me see, Colossians. Oh, okay, these are mine. Alright. Yeah, someone was looking for a sugar mama or something on social media. Alright, are we getting into... Yeah, this is about someone's baby mama or baby daddy. I'm telling you. Someone was hurt. Isaiah. Jeremiah. Yeah, someone's reliving this over and over. Groundhog Day. It's like, I feel like someone's, no matter what the answer is, they're just not listening or something. Look, I'm getting Joshua. These boots are made for walking. Yeah, someone was walking away. A mini star. This is going to be a revelation. I'm getting Matthew. Yep, the CIA. This is being concealed. This is being covered up. OPD, so this could be a police issue. A paternal issue, I'm telling you. Okay, yeah, solar plexus. They've been siphoning her solar plexus this entire time. A stalker. Yeah, a stalker. They meditate in order to, yeah, look at this. It came out again. What is the deal? You know what? Let's see. Alright. Saint Germain, can you please place a cone of violet flame around these cards? These are dedicated to the source of all things and the Most High God, and I ask that, as such, this information be true, concise, accurate information. Okay. Alright, let's see what's up, y'all. What's up? What's up? Heartbroken. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Oh, dang, I'm on the money. Ties that bind, keep them bound. So she is still, whatever's going on here in the northern hemisphere. It could be the northern, someone's in their north node. Okay. Because you and your bloodline are assistant pimps. So apparently someone did this to keep the bloodlines specific. You know what I mean? And this thing is all it means, simply, purely put. It means that the inferiority of your family, because of the deeds and the karma they racked up, are insufficiently our bloodline makes your bloodline superior simply because of the acts. Like maybe you've balanced your karma, you know. That's all that means. It was a line from one of my favorite movies. So, and one of my favorite comedians. But I was just talking about her. So apparently she's channeling this same stuff. But yeah, you could be a mystic, or you could be getting this information. Someone could be using a literal crystal sphere in order to do this, because they're unable to heal. Rebuke the energy, because it's definitely unholy. Unholy. Yeah, this feels like an unholy spirit. Saul. Yeah. I feel like that's in the Ankh. Look at this. Wardenclyffe Tower. Nikola Tesla. Is that what I'm channeling? Yeah, you hear the bird? I thought I was channeling a feminine. Okay, yeah, they're saying they were a light worker. This was a fairy godmother type energy. Or the Fairly Odd Parents. This could have been your parents. This could have happened to you. It could have been your parents. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're dealing with agents of chaos and you're under a spiritual attack. Whoever this is. I think it feels like a mother is coming through for her sons. To communicate with her sons about this. Even Tesla, when I channeled him, which I'm not gonna, I think he's still alive, so I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, but a specific person in Tesla's bloodline actually sold him out as a sacrifice so that the CIA could come in and remove all of his stuff. Because if you'll notice, not only did the man go missing, but so did all of his work. Hakamak, Supreme Being, Red Rock. So you could be dealing with like someone, an indigenous. Yeah, they wanted a piece of that devil's pie, as Neff would say. Want a piece of the devil's pie. Hippocrates, yep. Yeah. Someone's a total hypocrite up in here. What are you saying, 116? This could be a king. I know it said second kings, but this could be a king. Jude, 787. The Most High. The house that Jack built. That's a book I used to read to my kids when they were little. Daniel or John. It looks like someone force-fed some kind of something. Yeah, this is a sideways story from Wayside School. This is also a book I used to read when I was a kid. Yeah. Y'all partied over this. Someone had a party in the ethers over this energy coming pregnant. I'm telling you. But you can't hex her. Oh, someone... Look, it looks like someone got her... Put her on something. And when that didn't work, they tried to poison her. This says, give me some sugar, but it was in reverse. This could have been an aunt or an uncle that knows about this. Most High, what else can you tell us? Ooh, hospital. Blunt. Winnie the Pooh Bear. I've got this because that's what my granddad used to call me, was Pooh Bear. Yeah, we are Earth Angels, guides, and teachers. So, okay, I don't only channel, apparently. This is a new understanding that I'm getting. Yeah, there's an offshore account. Maybe with your name on it, you need to take a spiritual bath. Oh my God. Do you see what that word says? Shout out to those who can read it backwards if they can. However, do you see that word? It says landfill. I told you, it felt like Mystic was also channeling this. It feels like someone was dumped in the landfill. Someone was hurt, man. It feels like someone worked for for EMS, emergency medical. Someone worked for them. It says Plymouth Rock landed on us. Maine, Friday the 13th. Someone could have passed away on the 13th of Friday, 5:05 on my clock. Their name could be Billy. Something about a lake. They could have been dumped in a lake. The two different timelines. Remember I was channeling? I don't know how they are connected, but someone's name could be Billy or William. A dirty judge and something about Lake Nippennek. Y'all know what it says. You can read. Dirty judge. Oh, Lord. Yeah. What's up, Most High? Imprisoned. Slaves and masters. It feels like someone was trying to leave and they couldn't. And then it feels like as they are continuing to... Oh, look at that. Right in the background is Neff, okay? So you're an Earth Angel. You could even be in the public for whatever reason. You could be in the public eye. My bad. You could be in the public eye. Ego, look at that. Edging God out. So someone could not get past their ego during the separation. They could have been a Hebrew, or they could, they could be understanding the as above, so below concept. They could be balancing out their ego. Look at that. Philippians. This could be the Philip. They could be named Philip or have Philip as the last name. They could be named Samuel or Sammy or Hope, or just keep up hope. They could be an air sign, or you could feel it in the air. And they could be named Malachi. And I know I normally pull my Bible and read. Someone forged someone's signature. They forced this. They forced this energy. I don't like it. What's on the bottom? Dazed and confused, lost in time. They literally bound this soul afterwards so that she is like, anytime she tries to speak, anytime she tries to bring it up, she's literally bound. Okay, like a lot of times what they'll do is like bind you to a literal chair. You'll all of a sudden be in your dream state, or you'll be in your meditation, suddenly you'll be summoned and you'll be stuck in a seat and you won't be able to move. It's like they're binding you. I've literally had death spells done on me where they not only, they take me down to my literal DNA. They don't want love. They don't want this. They don't want that in my life. I've literally been hexed to the point where I was condensed down in my dream state, condensed down into like, and it hurt, okay? The witch that did it knew what she was doing. She was well versed in what she was doing, okay? However, Anubis decided that was not going to happen. Anubis came to me and explained what had happened. Also, look, I had Asmodeus on me, right? I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, why won't Asmodeus leave me alone, right? It's because I thought I was being attacked by him. In reality, Asmodeus was here trying to explain to me who I am. That I actually helped create him, and he helped me create things when I was incarnated, okay? So now, then once I understood that, I understood I'm not Queen of the Damned here. Or maybe this is something about Aaliyah. She played Queen of the Damned. Someone could have gotten rid of her. She died in a plane crash over water, so maybe that's what happened. She was very charismatic. Everyone thought Ted Bundy was handsome and intelligent and charismatic as well, and he was a serial killer. Remember that. Someone's drinking haterade. Mind control. Mind whispered. A lot of us, like Stephen King or Richard Bachman, whichever one he wants to play today. He is actually the one who coined the term shining, I believe. I believe that he is. It's called Dr. Sleep. I highly recommend, if you have gifts, you read that book, because there's something very enlightening about it. Also, another book my rabbi has been telling me to get is one that he wrote, Through the Fire. I think that's what it's called. Walking Through the Fire. My apologies to my rabbi. I am been taking and cramming for a lot of my theological and my gematria, my theosophy. Like, being a scholar, it never ends. Academia is a bitch, bro. It's a never-ending thing, and that's just for academic. Now, take it to a spiritual, theological aspect, and it's so far never-ending that it's so expansive. Someone could be getting a new job here, or this could have been someone who had a new job, who was taking on their job, a new job. Yeah. Listen to your higher self, because you are a spiritual guide. It's giving you spiritual guidance, and you could be a very gifted empath, okay? Either that, or they're saying that this was a gifted impact that was sacrificed. A gifted empath that was sacrificed. I said impact. So this had a huge impact, and if it is the exact one I believe it is, it had a global impact. Married. Look at that. I think this was over a marriage. I think that this was someone who was unalived, not only as a sacrifice, but also because they wanted this person's life. It's called a destiny swap. I've had a djinn put on me, and he and Asmodeus used to fight it out, dude. Most High God explained to me what was going on. All my gifts, all of everything that I do all praise is due to the Most High. That's what I say. I've had someone say, I praise you, Rhythmic. And I said, don't praise me. Praise the Most High God. I'm just the vessel in which it channels through. That's all I am. And I've done it since I was born. And I'm coming up with new gifts now that I didn't even realize that I had. That's what happens during enlightenment. You know, a light worker can literally take on light. But that's how, when you're inspired, Spirit literally enters your body. You are in spirit when you're inspired, okay? This is why I say words are spells. Because we use words that we don't even realize most of the time. Don't even realize what they mean, like inspiration. You say, you can't channel. That's not real. But then you can get inspired by something. Well, what does inspired mean? It means in spirit. Okay? Oh, I just cut the deck. Holy crap. Who's the Princess of Wales now? Is it Catherine? Yeah. My word. Okay. Thank you, Most High. Sorry, that took me back. Someone did something with our blood. Sorry, that threw me for a loop. Do you see that? It literally says Princess of Wales murdered. This is heavy, okay? This is heavy, heavy stuff. Yeah, because she was a guiding light. She was chosen. This is the truth. This is the sword of truth. This is truth. That's Excalibur. It's because the Most High God comes through, or the guidance of divine. God, for me, means guidance of divinity. My word. I cannot believe this is coming out. Whoa. Oh, King Solomon. I was just talking about King Solomon, Asmodeus, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get 72 demons of the Croatia. Look at this. You have to understand that Asmodeus was one of his 72. That's messed up. I cannot believe. All in divine timing is this being revealed. Well, I guess it's time, okay? Bigfoot, I guess it's time for this to come out. Yeah. The Galactic Federation could be, looking into this, or we could be in the middle of taking down, some corrupt officials here on the planet, the reptilian agenda, for instance. Kittens, play with your spirit guides. So your cats could see the spirit of your mother or your grandmother. Take it how it resonates, okay? Someone could be dealing with postpartum psychosis or depression. Started at the bottom, climbed to the top, lost it all. Fighting, rebuilt, got it even better. Go you. Someone who was killed or murdered didn't have a proper funeral or a burial. They could have been dumped in the Grand Canyon. Or you could be indigenous. Yeah, this was their friend. She was friends. Okay, downstairs, yeah. You could be named Evan or Taylor. Or Christina or Chrissy. Or Kristen or Crystal or, whatever. Someone's been doing mirror magic. Someone did this because their promises, whoever hurts you, their surrender and let it go to the Most High God. Okay, because it's gonna come out. There was an STD someone tried to cover up. Stay calm when you hear this news. It's coming in soon. Okay. Oh. Car wreck was not an accident. Alright, Most High. I appreciate. Yeah, someone's pretty ugly on the inside because beauty is on the inside. And if you're ugly on the inside, it shows on the outside. Someone needs to take a spiritual bath, or this could have been a holy. This could have been a holy man that did this. Whatever it is, It could have been 3 years in the past, present, or future, and there could be a bartender's code keeping them quiet of such. Yeah, it's enough already. You've gone from Katie Kaboom to Catherine the Great. You've been healing, free falling. He, she, or they know the truth, and this is your confirmation. Trust your instincts, man. They've been astral projecting over you. They do have physical gifts, spiritual gifts, and they do abuse them, okay? Be mindful. If you're starting to feel very drained, and you're starting to feel like just out of the blue, something isn't right. I already did Katie Kaboom to Catherine the Great, but it came out twice. Get up, move, jump around. It was a disco ball type of night, okay? That means somebody got their groove on. You could be a male starseed. Study your origin, okay? Let me see something here. Yeah, look, the Oracle of Delphi only channeled Apollo, okay? That's normally what I do. Just like a pharaoh would or something. That's normally what I do. However, my higher self, Amun Ra, was guiding me to go with the flow on this one because there's a lot of information. Yeah, yeah. So Amun Ra said, look, I need you to get this message out. Shed light on it like I ask you to do. That's what I do. Look at this. Just cutting the deck. Someone worked on this. Worked on hurting someone. Someone broke their heart. They did this on purpose. I'm just feeling like pain. You know what? I have a very specific deck here for spirit when it comes to spiritual attacks. Let's see what kind of energy we're dealing with, and then we'll wrap it up and get out of here, okay? I know I've had you all in here for a long time, and I don't like doing that, but sometimes Most High says, I need you to sit down and give a long message. Someone will hear it. So, and if you've made it this far into the message by now, you're definitely meant to hear this message, okay? Without a shadow of a doubt. So, Saint Germain, Most High, holy ancestors of my highest good, my highest light, and my highest frequency, please wrap a cone, a sphere, a violet flame around this deck and around me as I channel, and I dedicate this deck to the Most High God as I channel. May only truth, clarity come out. This is only dedicated to the Most High God, okay? And so it is. Not a Frankenstein, a fortune teller, and the moon, a werewolf. A harpy. Someone would not leave this alone. Someone was persistent. Ooh. They said, I want them gone. I just heard, I just heard, you know what to do. Like flipping on or off a light switch. Like, you know what to do. It's messed up. It's really messed up. Confirmation. Samodi again. He was in the last one. Someone summoned, oh my goodness, they were doing ancient magic to cover this up. Whatever this is, whoever they took out, they were doing ancient magic. Or they could have been doing ancient magic on literal emperor or empress, the sphinx type energy. A literal OG, a spiritual, like you wrote the book. And Ben on some little D said, what do you want me to do? I can't do nothing. This person is a rising phoenix. This person is a star seed. Whatever's going on here. So, dang. 10 of Wands, man. So they summoned, this is a reptilian. I'm getting a reptilian shapeshifter. Came in and took someone out. The Tower Gargoyle. And it's protected. It's like a gargoyle is literally protecting this information. King of Cups. And a Cyclops. They worked hard on this, man. Most High, can you tell me what? Look, both the Mummy and the Emperor came out, okay? Someone bound them after death. They went to an oracle about this. I'm getting werewolf. Yeah, I'm getting that werewolf energy, okay? That harpy energy. You gonna open up a door that you don't even know? Like, you have to go through principalities to get to this level. How'd you even get to them? How did you even summon them up? You have to go to, like, you cheated? You paid your way in, didn't you? Somebody paid their way in. Look, it's giving David and Goliath energy. Uh-oh. Hold up. What card fell on the floor? The Empress in reverse. I'm telling you, she was pregnant. And because of that, they unalived someone because of the... Look at that. The Barbarian came in and unalived. They... The Witch and the Fairy. My word. Most High. Okay. Made her an angel. I can't make it up. Took out an angel. Alright. A fae. There could have been some kind of miscarriage here. I feel like someone caused some type of a miscarriage. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to wrap this reading up. Yeah, the Leviathan. Someone summoned the Leviathan spirit on someone. Yeah. The Griffin on a shaman. But did it take? No. See this in reverse? It didn't take. The Page of Cups. I don't like this energy. I feel like someone was unalived and dumped, and then I feel like someone else was unalived and dumped, and I feel like one of them was dumped in a landfill, the other one was dumped in the water. And oh, Mississippi Queen. It could have been like the bayou. It could have been like what do you call it? The swamps. It could be swamps. Yeah, this is giving me that headless horseman type energy. Someone who's, yeah, it's a harpy. I'm telling you, someone unalived someone for their gifts. Most High, let me get a quick message to wrap this up with, if you don't mind. Let me give them something positive to go out on. I dedicate this reading and these cards to the Most High God and the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I ask Saint Germain to come in and wrap a sphere, a cylinder of violet flame around this reading and around this reading. And I ask that it be transmuted in the violet flame. Yeah, Neff just said fire. Thank you, Most High. Okay. Life is art. Paint your dreams, sing your songs, enjoy the dance. And never give up on something you really want. Release your worries and receive universal balance. So that sounds amazing. That's great advice to walk away with. I would like to say thank you so much for joining me. And unfortunately, the topic of the day I wasn't exactly happy about. However, it's not about me. It is about the Most High God, and it is about these lost souls that are bound by spell work, unalived, hurt. And I would like to ask the Most High to show them their personal sphere of light. May they be transported back into the light. And may the summoning of their soul be rejected unless done so according to the rules, regulations, and laws of the universal and Most High God. And may it be so now. Thank you. Okay, and so it is. And I would like to say thank you so much for joining me. And I will be back with another reading soon. Thank you.